Hi, everybody. Stu and I are back in our new home in my wonderful office where we have a piano, fortunately. So, we're going to be doing a little singing today. I hope that's okay with you. We're going to sing Dona Nobis Pacem. Now, most of you probably know this song, but it's one of those songs that you should know even if you don't. So, I want to be sure that you do. And I'm sending you the music on email, and I hope that you will print it out and hold it and look at it and understand it. Because all of the things that we've been talking about in theory are there on the page. So for instance, the key signature, which is three flats, that's B flat, E flat, and A flat, means every time you see a B, an E, and an A, you have to sing flat, which will not be a problem for you as a singer, but it's a problem for Stu, who has to hit all the right keys. But he's very good at remembering those things. You will see the words are in Latin. The words are Dona Nobis Pacem, which means give us peace. God knows we could use a little of that right now, so it's a worthwhile song to sing. You'll notice that there are sections that are in scale. Da, 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 da. That's a scale. You'll see that within the music. You'll see that we're using an E flat scale because E flat is the name of this key. When there are three flats, B, E, and A, it means we're in the key of E flat. And E flat, therefore, is Do or one or the tonic, whatever you want to call it. And when we sing, we need to know when we've reached E flat. Most songs that are in a key, any key, will end on the key note, and this one does. Pacem, that's E flat, and the whole song is based on that pitch. Did I get that right? Well, almost. Chem, something like that. And so whenever you have an E flat, you are singing the tonic and therefore the most important note. You will be singing the fifth, which is sol, which is do, re, mi, fa, sol. No, yeah, do, re, mi, fa, sol. That's B flat, and that's the second most important note in the song. So you'll start, for instance, the second section of the song on sol. Dona nobis pacem. And there's an awful lot of time that you spend on that B flat. And you also sing the B flat below E flat. Da, da, dum, da, da, dum. That's the octave of sol to low sol and back up to do. One of the most common progressions in music is the octave above, the octave below on sol, and then going to do, particularly if you're a bass. Right, Stu?
That's correct.
You sing that a lot.
Lots.
Right. 5, 5, 1 is one way of talking about it. 5, 5, 1. Of course, he does it 13 octaves lower than that, but you get the idea. And it's very, very common and is very useful in terms of harmony, so it keeps coming up again. Dona Nobis Pacem is written in 3/4 time. What does that mean? Ask yourself. It means 3 beats to the measure, and the quarter note gets 1 beat. So if you're counting quarter notes, there are 3 possible quarter notes in a measure. And if you look at the measures, you'll see lots of measures that have exactly 3 quarter notes in them. You'll also see measures, for instance, the first one, where you have 2 eighth notes and a half note. 2 eighth notes, each of those is half of a quarter note, so together they equal 1 quarter note. And then there's a half note, which is equal to 2 quarter notes. So you have 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. That's how you sing that. That's how you count it. I expect you to be able to go through this and count the measures, count to 3, write the counting numbers under the notes like 1 and 2-3. And I expect you to be able to name all of the notes. And I expect you to be able to sing in Latin, Dona Nobis Pacem. And I expect you to understand repeat signs, which is something we have not talked about in these lessons, but I'm going to demonstrate them in a sort of confusing way today. If you look at the first 2 measures of the piece, you'll see that there's a little piano introduction. After that, we begin to sing. And where we begin to sing, which is at the beginning of the 3rd measure, there is a repeat sign, 2 vertical lines with 2 dots. That means that we're going to go back to that place. And the other end of that repeat sign occurs at the end of the song. You'll see just the opposite, 2 lines with the 2 dots inside of it. So the measures that are surrounded by those 2 halves of the repeat are the measures that will be repeated. So if we were to sing this exactly the way it was written, Stu would play 2 measures of introduction, and then we would sing from the third measure to the end, and then we would go back to the third measure, not the first, but the third, and we would sing all the way to the end again. So we'd sing it through twice. I'm going to do something different than that because I want to be sure that you learn the song. So I'm going to sing each section of the song twice. The sections are delineated. If you look carefully, you'll see a 1, a 2, and a 3. One's written over the third measure, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the ninth measure, and 8 measures later. You'll see a 3. If you look carefully, they're written in circles. There's a 1 with a circle, 2 with a circle, and a 3 with a circle. Those are the places where the round begins. So if I start at 1, and then when I get to the place where there's a 2 in a circle, you start at 1, then you and I will be singing in harmony. But in order to be able to do that, you have to know the whole song all the way through. And then you can sing it in a round with yourself, with your friends, with me, with the entire chorus when we get together, which maybe will be, I don't know, in an hour. Wouldn't that be nice? But since it won't be happening in an hour, let's do it virtually. So if you've got somebody in the house who likes to sing with you, bring them in, and maybe we can do a 3-part round of Dona Nobis Pacem. So what I'm going to do is have Stu play the first 2 measures, and then I'm going to sing section 1 twice. Then I'm going to go immediately to section 2. I'm going to sing that twice. Then I'm going to go immediately to section 3, and I'm going to sing that twice. Then I'm going to have Stu play the intro again. And then I'm going to sing just straight through the way the music is written, from the beginning to the end, and take the repeat and sing from measure 3 to the end. I hope that's clear. I think it will be when you're doing it. Many of you know this song, and by the time we're finished, you should be able to just close your eyes and sing along. So here is Dona Nobis Pacem. Dona Nobis Pacem, Pacem, Dona Nobis Pacem. Again. Dona Nobis Pacem, Pacem, Dona got to sing along. All you have to do is just keep turning this on and singing along with me while I teach you each section. Sing a different section from me. Get a friend in and sing a different section from that friend. Record yourself on your cell phone and sing with yourself. There's all kinds of ways to do around when you're alone. But it's instant harmony, and this one, of course, is a classic. It is beautiful. It is loved by many people. When you go to campfires or church services, you're often asked to sing Dona Nobis Pacem, and people say, "What's that?" And you just look at them with sadness in your eyes because you feel so sad that they don't know Dona Nobis Pacem. Everybody should, right?
That's
Everybody
correct.
should know Dona Nobis
Especially
Pacem.
now.
Especially now, absolutely. If we don't need peace now, I don't know when we need it. So please have a wonderful weekend and enjoy yourselves in the summer. It is summer, so I hope you're outside having a great time. But also spend a little time singing and a little time thinking about the key of E flat and 3/4 time and eighth notes and dotted half notes and all kinds of good theory stuff so that you can look at this piece of music and say, you know what, I get this, I understand it. That's going to be a great moment when you feel that way. So, and let me know if you do. I'd love to hear from you. So have a great weekend. Nice just to talk with you. Say goodbyes to.
Enjoy. Bye bye.
Bye.